It is the bar.
The granddaddy. Steve, how great's the Rose Bowl?
Great. Wish I would have won it.
You played in it, though.
Sure did.
Not many can say they have. 105th edition, Washington, Ohio State. Urban Meyer's last game. Out there putting his hand on the perfect grass. One last run. Scoreless. Wayne Haskins. Man, this guy was so good this year. You see the 28th touchdown this season on a ball thrown more than 10 yards, the most in FBS football. They're out early 7-0. He wasn't done throwing touchdowns. It's 14-3. Right before the half, this was a critical deal. They got to stop, got the ball back, and didn't settle for where they were. They want to put their foot on the gas. Haskins, Paris Campbell, 86 reception, setting a program record as he passes David Boston. Let's throw another touchdown pass. That's his 50th to Rashad Berry. Third touchdown pass of the game makes it 21-3 heading into halftime. Buckeyes are in complete control of this game. And they're 57-0 when they've been leading by 18 or more at any point in the game. So, I mean, they're going to cruise, right? Well, hold on. Hold on. Max Richmond a block. Huskies get the ball. Chance to try to do something with it. Myles Gaskin bounces it outside. All of a sudden, it's 28-17, getting a little more interesting. Maybe more for some than others.
Some keyword.
2:10 to go. Washington had the ball and they had punted with like 4.5. Like, what are you doing? Browning throws it up. Hunter Bryant makes a fantastic catch. Now it's Browning, Gaskin. Does he get in? They said he got in on the field. They review it.
You thought he was in.
I couldn't tell. They said he was in. So now we got a bad beat scenario. And wait, are we about to get back-to-back bad beats? They got to go for two. Run! Pick. Brendan White. Oh, my God, they're about to cover. Now he falls down. This was lunacy, man. Lunacy. But, okay, back to the actual result. And the outcome in doubt. Onside kick coming. And Urban Meyer, after his guys fall on it, they go out victorious.
Big Ten champs with a big ring. And then on that ring committee chairman, you're going to have a beautiful rose. And you are the Rose Bowl champions, boys. The 25th football coach at The Ohio State University.
Afterwards, they sang Carmen, Ohio, walks off with Shelley, and then asked, have you thought about it yet? This is the end? No more coaching Ohio State? Here's Urban.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. I've been thinking about that a little bit and trying not to think about it because it gets in the way of these two players and the team. But, I have the best athletic director that you can be around. I have a school that I love dearly. I feel very welcome in Buckeye Nation and here, and I'm an Ohioan. So my job, I think, as we all move forward, is to make Coach Day, who's an elite coach, make this program even stronger. The most important people I want to thank and obviously recognize, and I've said this several times tonight, we've been talking about it all week, is when I needed you the most, you gave us your very best. And in life, players, we've talked about this many times as well, that in life, a lot of times when adversity strikes, that's not what you get. And these players stuck it out. What a up and down year, but a year that when we needed them the most, they gave us the very best. When adversity strikes and people scatter, and when I needed the most, you give us your very best. The band didn't scatter. The band was there. Buckeye Nation was there. We saw that all throughout the adversity that we went through, and I can't tell you, my love affair with Buckeye Nation has never been as strong.
Must be kind of odd, though, for Urban and his team to try to figure out how this team, with such eye-popping talent, got run by Purdue and struggled with a number of teams who weren't supposed to be able to hang. Their performance, though, against Michigan to close and this game against the Pac-12 champs were emphatic, although, as we illustrated in the highlight, if you laid the points, yikes. Buckeyes good was plenty good. Meyer's record in Columbus is an absurd 83-9, never lost to Michigan. Best coach the Buckeyes have ever had. He insists this is the end of his coaching career. I don't buy it because he's too young and he's too competitive. whenever he retires for good, if it is now or sometime down the road, he is one of the very best ever to do it. And these numbers point to that. Urban Meyer's career record, .854 winning percentage, 187-32 during his career, during this incredibly ultra-competitive era. Third best record by an FBS coach who had at least 10 seasons on the sidelines. Only a pair of Notre Dame legends are ahead of him, Knute Rockne and Frank Leahy. This is news that's difficult to share. Our friend Tyler Trent has died. Tyler's fight with cancer, his courage in that fight, and his love of Purdue athletics all became so well known, and we were blessed to be able to help magnify that story, even if it meant I ended up out here with the Purdue P on the side of my head because I lost a bet with him. He was only 20 years old, but he made a dent in those years. He left a mark and a legacy that's going to outlive us all. Tom Rinaldi with more.
Fan, son, brother, fighter, inspiration, co-captain. Tyler Trent, the Purdue University sophomore whose battle with cancer stirred a football team and eventually touched a nation, has died. He was 20. Diagnosed as terminal. In home hospice care, he shared his story with College Game Day of the bond he'd formed with the Boilermaker team as a student, and of his unwavering desire to see them win their biggest game of the year at home against then number 2 Ohio State.
Immediate future in my mind is that Purdue beats Ohio State.
A week after that prediction, Trent traveled from home to watch his team, a double-digit underdog, take on the Buckeyes.
He is in hospice at home and wanted so desperately to be able to come here and be a part of this night.
Just to be here is a wave of emotions.
And every Boilermaker, they will all say, Tyler, this one is for you.
Anytime. Thank you.
I feel like I can do anything with all the strength you got, boss. I can do anything behind you, boss.
You got it.
Appreciate it, man.
Trent had an especially close connection to Purdue's quarterback, David Blau, who visited, supported, and prayed with him alongside teammates while Trent fought through the season.
To me, he looks like a Boilermaker. He looks like somebody who's going to fight until there is no fight.
It was that fighting spirit, that unflinching will that captivated so many in the last months of Trent's life, in his determination to raise money and awareness for pediatric cancer research. His battle resonated and reached farther and wider than he ever imagined. From his appearance on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt, to visits from athletes like Adam Vinatieri, from the letter he received from the White House, to his receiving the Disney Spirit Award.
There's, always a light at the end of the tunnel, and as long as you rely on your faith, things will work out.
Trent's courage in the face of mortality and his message of gratitude in the midst of struggle inspired donations to the V Foundation and the creation of a cancer research endowment in his name at Purdue. Tyler Trent's life has ended. His legacy remains. And while he never donned pads or caught passes, never scored a touchdown or made a tackle, he will be a co-captain named by his teammates in perpetuity for so many seasons yet to come.
Been dreading this night. Lost a bet with him, painted the Purdue P on the side of my head, and I made him a promise when he was on with us, and it's a promise that I intend to honor at the end of SportsCenter, which will continue in a moment.
Okay, look.